Hello everyone, and welcome back to Block City Wars. Today, this video is going to be a little bit different than previous videos I've done, because it's not going to be me showing you something super overpowered. No. It's going to be me showing you guys the best ways to use every weapon type in the game, because I see a lot of people who don't know what they're doing, and more often than not, it's why they die. So, I highly recommend you watch this video all the way through. If you're a new player or new to first-person shooter games in general, this is definitely a good video for you to watch, okay? So, first, let's get down from here. How did I get my car up here again? Okay, you know what? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Just, we... Whoop. Perfect landing. Okay, let's go over here. That'll be fine. Okay, yeah, first let's talk about melee weapons, because they're quick, easy, very simple. Okay, it's just very close range weapon. Hold up, I'm gonna grab a jetpack, because I'm in single missions, and, yeah, I hit someone, and it's gonna make me the bad guy, so let's just, grab a jetpack real quick. Ooh, I should do a video on jetpacks. Just with all the best locations. Alright, so anyway. Yeah, first off, melee weapons, alright? Just run up, hit someone, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Do not use it on vehicles, because the vehicles will explode, and yeah, you will die if you're caught in that explosion. It's an insta-kill if you're caught in a vehicle explosion. Which in itself can be used as a weapon. I've seen it used, I've had it used on me. So yeah, but anyway, melee, close range, there is no throwing your weapon at opponents. Okay, even if you've got the lightsaber and the force, you cannot use the force to throw your weapon at your opponent. Okay? So yeah, as you can see, there's no ranged melee attack, okay? It's all close range. The best ones to get are the baseball bat. Level that up when you can, even in Criminal League, get it up to the maximum. And then once you can, get the lightsaber, because it's like 445 gold coins, which is not expensive at all. It should be like about 1,000 gold coins, or like 2,000 gold coins or something. But yeah, it should be like in the thousands, but it's not, because it's, yeah. So yeah, it's way cheaper, way easier to get, and it's the best melee weapon in the game. So yeah, get the lightsaber, or get the katana as well. Or, if you don't have the gold to get the lightsaber, get the katana. Yeah, katana is also good, but I mean, you might as well just get the lightsaber, because it's, literally you don't even have to upgrade it, and you'd have the best melee weapon in the game. Most melee weapons have like a fire rate of 3, but weapons such as the chainsaw and the glamrock have a fire rate of 2. However, the glamrock is decent in Wild League, because it's got the highest damage. Even because like you can only upgrade a baseball bat once, I think. You can only bring it up to the 2nd level before you have to go to Criminal League to upgrade it again. But the glamrock, you can get it right in Wild League, and you basically have a very powerful weapon. Honestly, I think that actually does make up for the fire rate. But the chainsaw just is terrible. It has the highest damage in the game, but no, it's just same fire rate as the glamrock, but it's just, no. It's basically like a constant damage weapon. We'll get into other weapons like that, but it's just not one I would recommend. Okay. go for the lightsaber. Just get the lightsaber. I got the katana because, Ronin, but, get the lightsaber. So yeah, that's melee weapons. Close range. A good strategy would be to sort of get the range of your melee weapon, because more often than not, people are going to, just do this and run at you while just holding it down. A good strategy would be to wait for them to come close and then strike right when they come into range. Because, there is a bit of a cooldown. Like, let me just... As you can see, it's not just constant damage, it'll just, there's a cooldown on it. And, they could more likely, and it's more likely that they'll miss their attack if you hit them. Like, right in range, you'll get the first strike. Rather than spamming it, Get the timing down right when they come into range, hit them, and you're more likely to get the first strike. Okay? Now, yeah. So yeah, that's melee weapons. Short and easy. Yeah, that's basically all you need to know about melee weapons. Short and easy. Just like your mom. Ha 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 ha. Anyway, moving on. Pistols. You have many different types of pistols, alright? You've got normal pistols like the city pistol and the beret, Keltex. Then you have, revolvers like the revolver, the judge, hunter, rail pistol. And then you have fully automatic like Uzi and auto pistol. Then you also have this area of effect, but that's a different kind. We'll get into that later. Okay, so yeah, let's start with the basic. Let's start with revolvers, okay? You see, there's a special little. So there's a special balance when it comes to these pistols, okay? So the revolvers deal the highest amount of damage, but they have a lower fire rate and lower ammo capacity. Alright? Machine fully automatic pistols have a much lower damage, but they have a much higher fire rate than the other revolvers and a much higher ammo capacity. Like, this is a fully upgraded Uzi and it does 10 damage. Whereas the city pistol, the very first pistol you get in the game, does more than double that per shot. And then the revolver, the basic revolver, does 80 damage. So yeah, revolvers deal the highest damage, but have the lowest speed and ammo capacity. Machine pistols have the lowest damage per shot, but have the highest fire rates and ammo capacities. And then you have the normal pistols, which are like right in between that. And then there are also these dual wielding. Now, dual wielding pistols all have, higher fire. Now, dual wielding pistols are definitely closer to machine pistols because, they all have higher fire rates and ammo capacities, but they have lower damage than their single gun counterparts. Like, regular beret does 31, whereas the dual beret does 17. But anyway, yeah, rail pistol is the best because not only is it, have the highest damage of any pistol, but it's also the go-to for, destroying vehicles because it's energy-based. If you're in Criminal League, an energy-based weapon you can get is the space gun, but it doesn't deal near as much damage as the rail pistol. Yeah, just because Unica is at the bottom does not mean that it is the strongest in the game. Rail pistol is the best. I hear Unica used to be the most overpowered, but no, not anymore. Not in this version. So, yeah. Although Unica is a good gun, it can basically one-shot anyone without armor. easily. And even if they have a little bit of armor, it'll still one-shot them. But yeah, rail pistol is the best. Hands down. So yeah, as you can see, it's slow. And then you have, machine guns, which are fast, but less damage. And then you have the type of pistol that's like right in between. Decent fire rate and decent, damage. It's like right in the middle. Okay, so pistols, before we move on to that, pistols, the range. They are close to medium range. Alright? So, if they're like right here, definitely more shotgun range. But then you can also go right here and still be pretty accurate. So yeah, they definitely have a bit decent range. A bit more range than machine guns, alright? So now on to primary weapons. You have two kinds of primary weapons. You have machine guns, you have shotguns. This is like a cross between the two, and it's the best shotgun in the game. We'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, machine guns. Machine guns can get some decent range, but I want to show you guys something. Yeah. The machine gun everyone starts out with is FAMAS. So yeah. You can see in close range. Whoa, that fire rate. Yeah. As you can see, machine guns, you can see the ammo, it's sort of, the bullets are spreading out. Which means at long range, you're not going to be very accurate at all. And that is a fast freaking fire rate. Holy, it's been a while since I've used that gun. Yeah. Now the combat PWD, good one to have. But as you can see, the bullet is moving around. The bullets do spread out a bit, which will reduce your accuracy at long range. Okay, so it's definitely more of a close range type of weapon. And the way battles like these tend to work, spray battles. Alright, close range spray battles, alright? You get in close and spray as many bullets as you can at your opponent as possible. And it seems everyone's run up. Oh wait, that's far. This guy here, as you can see, just, spraying as many bullets in their direction as possible. That is a spray battle, and machine guns are the go-to for that. Shotguns are the other. They are the other primary weapon. And they are good, but they are even closer range. You cannot really go to medium range without a really good shotgun. This is the basic shotgun. Well, you can get some... So yeah, these... Typically in first-person shooter games, shotguns are really close range. You can get some decent range with this, but these guys have a lot lower health than I do, so would not recommend it unless you have a really powerful shotgun. Like Kel-Tex or, Remington, M2 Tactical. Those have really high damage. This one just has like 80. Even the shotgun's pretty good, but it only has 2 shots. So yeah. And this has the same balance we talked about for the pistols, you got high fire rate, high ammo capacity, but lower damage, whereas shotguns have higher damage, but low fire rates and capacities. Now, the cross between them is the AA-24, alright? This is the best shotgun in the game. It has the lowest damage of all the shotguns, but it can still one hit with a headshot. Yeah, it can still one shot if you get him in the head. Or usually. Okay. Theoretically, okay, if you're close enough, you can one-shot in the head. Because the bullet, it's a shotgun. It'll spread out, as you can see. Yeah, either way, this is a good shotgun because, as you can see, the fire rate is absolutely insane compared to other shotguns. This is the best shotgun in the game because of its fire rate, and it will still deal a lot of damage, okay? Yeah. 56 damage, that may be lower, but it has way more ammo and way higher fire rate than even, the Kel-Tecs. I've beaten the Kel-Tecs with this shotgun right here. That's how good it is. Best shotgun in the game. And I'm not even talking about, if you use armor to upgrade it, right? To enhance it. I'll make a video about armor after this one, but yeah. This is the best shotgun in the game. Okay? Better than Kel-Tecs. Definitely wanted to get it. I made a video on that. So, go check that one out. I'll link it in the description if you remember. He'll link it in the description. So, yeah. The best machine gun, the best primary weapon in the game, though, hands down, plasma gun. It's, basically absolutely destroys vehicles. Okay? And, it's a machine gun. You can get long range with machine gun, but, it's the spread, it's not the easiest thing in the world to be accurate with machine gun. Better to use snipers, but yeah. Close range, long range, spray battles. It has the highest damage of any machine gun in the game. The best one, the one below that, the second strongest machine gun, that's, not a shotgun, is the Tommy gun, which deals 32, whereas this one does 80. Yeah, fully automatic does 80, and it's energy based, which means it will destroy pretty much any vehicle it comes across. I have become, there's a game mode on here, the Titan Robot game mode. I get first place. Even in Pro League, I get first place using this gun alone. Not even using a robot. I use this gun and get first place. And absolutely destroy everyone else. That's how good this thing is. Yeah, definitely the best machine gun in the game. In this version, I think in the new version they have now, 7 point whatever, they've completely, totally nerfed this, made this a Wild League weapon or something, I don't know. But just know that in this version, it is the best shotgun in the game. Hands down. Or, did I say shotgun? I mean machine gun. Machine gun. So yeah, now on to this mess of weapons right here. First off, let's finally get to snipers, okay? Snipers are long range only. Your best bet would be to get onto a rooftop like I am now, or, up here, and snipe your enemy from a distance. They are called sniper rifles. This scope here, so you can get very accurate. Yes, I did miss the first shot, but as you can see, I missed it by very little amount. As you can see, I hit him. I'm not the most accurate, but hey. Yeah. So let's just get the next thing. You see, these things deal a lot of damage and are very accurate at a distance, but the problem is they are slow. Okay? Slow to reload, slow to aim, slow to fire. So do not use them as close range weapons, okay? Something I see a lot of players do is this. They will run up to you. Okay, I got lucky there, but okay. They'll run up and start opening fire and just start, trying to bullet. They'll basically try to start a spray battle with you, but with a sniper rifle. Do not spray battle with a sniper rifle. I'm gonna go get another jetpack real quick. Editor, cut to when I'm done. Okay, so yeah. I mean, you might be saying, well, that's the basic sniper rifle. What about the best one? Alright. Let's look at the stats, shall we? This one has a fire rate of 2. This one is the best in the game. It also has a fire rate of 2. Sure, it has more ammo, but still. Not for close range combat. You want to see the fastest one? It has a fire rate of 3. It's a bit faster, but it's a lot less damage. Sure, you can one-shot them if they aren't wearing armor. And, with a headshot, you could definitely deal a lot of damage, but still, not for close quarter combat. Don't do that. It's just stupid. Alright, bad idea. Get on top of a building, the higher the better. And then, when your target, line up your shot and fire. That is how to use a sniper. Is it a bit slower? Yes. But it's a lot more effective. It's a lot smarter. And you're a lot less likely to die. Right? If you don't like it, grab whatever machine gun you want. Okay. Jump down. And just run up and do a, spray battle, Spray them down with bullets, okay? Use a machine gun then. Or a pistol, because pistols tend to deal a lot more damage. Alright? Okay, let's talk about another one. Bows. Bows are like snipers. Bows are definitely a lot closer range than snipers. Honestly, bows and crossbows, not my favorite. They are basically one-shot weapons. Bows, you have to draw back to get the strongest shot. And then, they can deal some decent damage. I'll give them that. But you don't have a scope. So they aren't the most accurate thing in the world. As I proceed to, Yeah, they aren't the most accurate. See? See? I had that lined up, but it missed. Not the most accurate, wouldn't recommend. Crossbows are a bit better. Bit more accurate, bit faster. But, one thing I would not recommend, using them on cars. Do not. The only bow you should ever use on any vehicle is the Rambo, because it is a grenade bow. Basically an exploding arrow bow. That is what you should use. Okay? That is the only bow you should use on vehicles. But you know what? Don't even buy it. Because just like the normal bow, you'll have to whoop, whoop. Not only does it reload, but you also have to charge it up. You also have to draw back. Whereas, with a rocket launcher, you can just reload, reload, and deal a lot more damage. It is literally only slightly stronger than the basic rocket launcher. So, I guess it's not the worst in the game, since, but still, it's not the best either, just not worth it. Okay, there's better rocket launchers that are way easier to get. Like Stinger. Stinger is basically, really good rocket launcher, okay? This is the third strongest rocket launcher in the game, okay? Destroyer, this form of destroyer and this form of destroyer take up the first 2 spots. Alright, then you have Stinger, which can deal decent damage to vehicles. Alright, these, even though Stinger has a scope, you can't use it. Area of effect weapons are best for when there's a group of players fighting it out in free fight, and you want to add just a little bit more chaos to the fight. Alright, when they all get close in to attack each other, that's when you send a rocket right into the middle of them and blow them all up. That's hilarious, especially if they survive and they're all just like running around like, what the heck just happened? Yeah, that's pretty fun. Alright, grenade launcher, same thing. Also for vehicles, explosive weapons are for vehicles. I would say with the grenade launcher and for the poison cloud, these are basically the same kind of weapon. It has an arc. Right, we'll just aim up there. As you can see, it arcs downward. So yeah, it is affected by gravity. But it's not too affected. It definitely does not fly as straight as the Stinger or rocket launcher. But yeah. It's still a pretty decent explosive weapon. Okay? So yeah. Just keep in mind, poison cloud. Don't get close to it. Do not shoot them at close range. Because of that. You will blow yourself up. You will be hoisted on your own petard. Okay? So, that's explosive weapons. Heavy machine, or light machine guns. These are, I have no idea why they call them light machine guns, because these things are big and heavy and, yeah. They're basically just like normal machine guns, just, a bit bigger. But it's still, spray battle. They just, bigger, a lot more ammo. They do some good damage. I definitely would recommend these guns over your standard machine gun. Because they tend to deal some decent damage with, this one dealing 20. With a lot of ammo and, the fire rate of 18. It's just, that's definitely, pretty decent. Pretty decent damage, pretty decent, fire rate. Mobility is a bit lower though. And it also takes up this weapon slot instead of this one, so, that's like one less sniper you get to carry. Okay, also railgun, that counts as a sniper without a, I don't know if it has a scope. I've never bought it because, I've got rail pistol and they do the same damage, so I just would not bother getting railgun. Get rail pistol because it does the same amount of damage when it's, fully upgraded rail pistol does the same amount of damage as the fully upgraded rail gun. Okay? And it's also a lot faster. Alright? Rail pistol is a lot faster. So yeah. And you get a lot more mobility from it. Mobility can be very important in battle. Minigun, that's also another machine gun. Definitely one to use. It's definitely pretty valuable in combat, I would say. Another machine gun, however, it's also not very accurate like the other machine guns, so it's definitely good to get in close. To make sure, because this thing does not deal a lot of damage with each bullet, so it's good to make, so a good practice would be to get in close so that every bullet, hit them with as many of the bullets as possible. Okay? Low damage is terrible when you can't hit a single shot. When you can't hit many shots, low damage is your worst enemy. Get in close, spray battle, and just, to get maximum effectiveness out of the high fire rate. Now to move on to guns like Freezer, Flamethrower, and Toxic Flame. They all work the exact same way. They are super close range guns, like almost melee range, like just outside of melee range. Well, no, that's definitely melee range. He wasn't Yeah, as you can see what I just did there, I froze that guy, which means he can't attack. And then I switch to a different weapon and kill him. It's definitely more of a support type weapon rather than a main weapon, okay? Freeze them so that they can't move, and then switch to a different weapon and then finish them off, okay? Because it only does 6 damage, okay? But yeah, as for range, Flamethrower has the same amount of range, and so does Toxic Flame. Flamethrower is definitely one where you gotta just keep damaging them with it, and so is Toxic Flame. But Freezer, no. That's, freeze them, and then switch to a different weapon. I mean, I suppose you could light them on fire and poison them and switch. That might be a good idea, but yeah. They are definitely close range weapons. Again, do not use them on vehicles because they are basically the worst guns to use in the game on vehicles, okay? The worst. Because you can't light vehicles on fire, you can't poison vehicles, and you can't freeze vehicles. So no using them on there. Plus they're super close range. Yeah. And this goes for all weapons, but do not try to close the distance. Like if that guy has a gun and he's shooting at me, don't run up like this. I would have already been dead. No. If he's got a gun or something, and he's shooting at me, it's best to sort of, do not try to close the distance. Like if that person was shooting at me right now, shoot them, back up, try to get cover, and yeah. But if you can like sneak up on them to hit them with a very effective like melee weapon or something, then yeah, sneak up on them. But don't just outright charge them down, because then you'll most likely die. And now for these, okay? Grenades. Grenades are good spammable items, okay? These are just, your all-around good for destroying vehicles. As you can see, didn't take me many to do that. You can throw them at opponents, basically just, the poor man's rocket launcher, the poor man's grenade launcher, right? Very, very, very useful items. Sensor mines are basically if someone's chasing you down, just throw a few of these in the path, definitely make it more difficult for them. Or if a vehicle, you can throw some in the road. If a vehicle's driving around, you can throw some in their path, and it will definitely destroy their vehicles. Okay? Sticky bombs, those are definitely more of a trap thing. Like, you could throw some in the hospital entrance, wait for someone to come in, and then when they do, you could when someone, walks by, you could just boom. Or you could throw a bunch onto someone's back while they're fighting and then, blow them up if they decide to turn on you or something. All these do have an expiration date. These are just absolute garbage because nobody plays the freaking rocket ball mode. You have cryo grenades. These do not work on vehicles, but they will freeze opponents, so they can be pretty useful. Whoop. Okay, guess I'm doing the rest of this on a tree now. And of course, same with Molotovs. They're basically like, fire grenades and ice grenades. Don't use them on vehicles though, use them on players. So yeah, if you followed me to this point, then yeah, that's pretty much it. It's basically all the weapons there are aside from like the vehicular weapons, which I made another video about tanks. I don't know if I'm going to do one on robots, but whatever. I mean, if people want me to do that, I'll do that, but there isn't much to say on it. Anyway, I hope you all have enjoyed. I hope this has been helpful, and if you all can, please subscribe, leave a like, because it really helps out the channel, and because it really helps out the channel and shows me that this is helping you guys. Okay, that tells me that seeing my subscriber numbers go up tells me that these videos do help you guys. So, yeah, it shows me that you guys are actually getting help from them, and I do upload when I can. These videos, I do upload these videos when I can. So, yeah. With that, my friends, sayonara. Sayonara.